guys, it's Brujita back again with another pick a card reading, and today's reading is going to be what are your psychic gifts? Take a minute and focus on the crystal that you would like that most resonates with your energy. Take a deep breath, breathe out, and we'll start the reading. Okay, pile one. What are their psychic gifts? Awesome. Pile one with the selenite. What are their psychic gifts? I do not own the rights to this song, but it's the jam. Pile one's gifts. Pile one's gifts. And if you like, I'll put a description down below to see what, so you can see what decks I'm using. Okay, pile one. One more, please. One more, please. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. And then we're going to do this deck. All right. So anybody else ready for Gemini season? And Venus retrograde? How are y'all hanging out there? Ooh. Alrighty, that's pile one. Alrighty, pile number one with the selenite. This is your reading. So we have the Neon Tarot over here. And so the supervisor of Zent is going to be the Queen of Pentacles, right? The Queen of Pentacles is really known for like abundance and for finances, right? So let's see what else we have. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So like, I feel like you are very claircognizant. Like you just kind of seem to have an abundance of knowledge, right? And you just kind of know things. And the Four of Vials also talks about meditation and things like that and contemplation. And I feel like you almost just like very intuitively like know things before like you should know them pretty much. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse again. So I feel like this is supposed to be like what is blocking you from like either like things that you need to work on in order to like really enhance your gifts, right? And the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse talks about like self-care. Like I feel like you really need to really let go of some anxieties that you're having in regards to whatever and give back to yourself, because I mean that would make sense though with pretty much any gift. You really can't manifest or bring to fruition like you can't create something from nothing, right? So if you feel like your gifts are like not really like waning, or they're kind of like just not really, you're having a hard time like really bringing them into like their full power, I guess. That could be why you're having so much anxiety over maybe wondering like why or how you're able to do what you're doing, how you're able to just know things, or you're having anxiety because you don't know things and you feel like you should be. Like don't stress, like really you need to do some self-care. So then we have new beginnings here, and then we have diligence. I feel like maybe perhaps you haven't been really as focused as you should be on your self-care, or it could also be maybe just this reading in general is going to really give you the tools that you need in order to really bring into fruition what it is you're trying to manifest in regards to these gifts. So then we have the box. We have the Eternal Child, and then we have the Offering. So I feel like you have to, okay, so that kind of, so maybe if you're experiencing a lot of anxiety, right? And that's something that you're trying to work through in order to really manifest these gifts. You need to look at some childhood wounds that you have, right? And I feel like that's kind of been a reoccurring theme of what's going on with the collective in general. But I feel like you have so much to give, right? You have so much to give, but in order to do that, it's like a flow, right? So we have so much to give, but you have to nurture your inner child and give something to the inner child first, because it's the go-between between your gifts, right? And that would just make sense in general. Like if you're having a ton of anxiety, like, yeah, that's going to block you no matter what you do. And 9 times out of 10, anxiety stems from this fear and this uncertainty that is often put into us as children, is like not even knowing what to expect from our parents. Are they going to get upset if we do X, Y, Z? Like there's just a lot of things that this can stem from. And this is really, at this point, I'm definitely channeling something there. So I don't know, like this is not going to resonate for everyone. But I feel like there's someone in particular, or a group of people in particular, that are going to watch this video and they're going to be like, wow, like, yeah, like that's me as heck. And there's just a lot of things that I feel like I get the energy like you are working on it, right? But it's like sporadic. It's not as you're not as diligent as you should be. But I feel like honestly, like this is going to create so much good things for you. I mean, you have the Queen of Pentacles twice, and I mean, both times, first, and so this is where you could be, right? Upright. Queen of Pentacles, she's like money, boss babe, go-getter, all these things, right? And this clairvoyance, this inner knowing, right? That you have, this strong intuition, is just being blocked by yourself. So I highly recommend like taking the time to really work through that, because there are so many, I just get so many good vibes from this. Like there's so much goodness out there for you, and all the things that you really want. I feel like in particular, like just like abundance of everything, of love, of money, of like just opportunities. I mean, there's just so much abundance that's out there for you, but you really need to take the time to work on you in order to manifest these gifts, right? In order to bring them, to make them more clear and stronger for you. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that resonates. If it does, please comment below. And as always, like, subscribe, follow wherever you see this. Check out all my platforms. And thanks for viewing. Okay, pile number 2 with the obsidian. I'm going to shuffle your cards for you. So what are pile 2 psychic gifts? What are pile 2 psychic gifts? What are pile, okay, thank you. What are pile 2 psychic gifts? What are their psychic gifts? Ooh. I'm already seeing some of the cards flipping over, and I'm kind of like, ooh, I can't wait to read. Last deck, I promise. This is why I don't like to film on camera shuffling, but I figured, why not? Let's do it this time. I want you guys to see these cards just be jumping out, jumping out. Okay, one more card, please, for pile 2. What are their psychic gifts? All right, well, I will take the bottom one, and I will leave the rest. And that's pile 2. Alrighty, pile number 2 with the obsidian. This is your reading. Okay, so we're going to start off with the tarot. Just kidding. So we have the 2 of Zen, which is the 2 of Pentacles. Then we have the 8 of Vials, which is the 8 of Cups. And the 5 of Arms, which is the 5 of Wands. Sorry, didn't mean to yawn there, but... So to me, what I get from this is like light worker, healer, right? I feel like you're constantly feeling pulled in different directions. I feel like you've kind of, this is just intuitive here. Like, I just feel like you have a lot of gifts, right? But you're just kind of like a jack of all trades and master of none. You're just kind of all over the place, right? You're like very scattered. But definitely I feel like there's a higher purpose for this, right? I definitely feel healer vibes from this. So take that how it resonates. So then we have the 8 of Swords upright. And that talks about like a victim mentality, like just kind of, I feel like what's stopping you is you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you're a healer. You don't believe that you have these gifts. I feel like I get the feeling of like, no, like just very like, oh, no, thank you. That kind of vibe. I feel like you kind of brush it off as like a coincidence a lot, but you definitely have a very strong intuition. And then I also had the moon in reverse here. You have a lot of there's just a lot of fear, I feel like, in regards to either tapping into these or fear just in general of being judged as being weird. I know I dealt with that a lot when I first started doing this. So I feel like there's just a lot. You just really are stuck in your own head right now. And you really need to get out of that. So I have forgiveness here and then openness. So I just want to note that I have 2 cards about the moon. So the moon is really a watery kind of sign, which again kind of talks again about intuition. I feel like you have a very, very strong intuition. Whether or not you realize it, you always seem to kind of make the right choice, whether or not you intend to. It always just seems like the right choice for you. So the moon is very much water, so that's like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Although you don't have to be any of those signs in order for this to, be a reading for you. But I'm just noting that because you probably have a pretty heavy water chart. And that's just something that I just feel like, again, a select few of you. Then we have the forgiveness in reverse, right? So this talks about, I feel like this goes really well with this imprisonment, right? I feel like you need to either give yourself forgiveness or give people around you forgiveness, right? And why do I say that? So again, we have releasing negative emotions, releasing negative thought patterns, and in order to do that, in order to release this negativity, you have to have forgiveness, right? And so the idea is to turn this upright, right? We want to be able to actually give forgiveness. And look, again, there's another moon, guys. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. That's 3 moons here, y'all. That's crazy. So yeah, I feel like the moon actually has a great, either you are a moon worshiper or the moon phases greatly affect you, whether or not you realize it. So I would encourage you just as a kind of a side note to track the moon cycles and see how it affects you, right? And I don't mean just like emotionally, but see how it affects your gifts, your intuition. That's something that just came to me. But yeah, I feel like you would have great healing if you were to actually do rituals according to the moon phases. Even just healing rituals or using that new moon cycle like that's depicted here to really let go and give forgiveness and leave these negative emotions in the past, right? Then we have the desert. Then we have Kairos. So Kairos to me always represents like time. So I feel like right now you feel lost. You feel like you're lost in the desert and you don't even know how to give yourself forgiveness, right? You don't know how to be open to new opportunities that are coming to you, right? And I feel like this is kind of getting off topic, but I feel like this is a very specific message that's coming through right now. So I'm just going to go with it. Give yourself time to go through this period, this transition, because at the end of the day, it's going to be for your highest good. So yeah, that is something that just came through. Now, in relation to your gifts, right? Healers cannot heal unless they heal themselves. So if you have great healing capabilities, which you do, I will say that, or potential for great healing capabilities, you have to be able to heal yourself first. So you're in the middle of this transition, this like really rough patch in your life. It's almost like you just don't see the end. You're just like reaching for a glass of water. Like, oh my God, when will this end? I cannot stand it. Right? In due time. But I think if you were to extend a little bit of forgiveness to whatever that resonates for you, I think that would alleviate the situation a lot. I feel like you hold yourself to these great high mental standards and gives you anxiety because you're not able to meet those standards. But in turn, it's literally holding you back from all of your gifts. These gifts of healing, this powerful intuition. I mean, you got 3 moons here, dude. Like, that to me is crazy. You have a very powerful intuition, but you literally stop yourself short every time, and you're wondering why you can't ever seem to progress maybe like you used to. I feel like you used to be very in tune with yourself and your intuition, and you stopped doing that, and now you're wondering why you're stuck. That's why. But there is a lot of potential here for great healing, and not just for you, but for those around you. So yeah, pile 2, I hope you found that interesting. I hope that that made sense. Didn't mean to get so off topic, but you know, spirit does as spirit does. So comment below if that resonated. Like, subscribe, share, whatever platform you see this on. And thanks for watching. Alrighty guys, so pile number 3, here are your cards. The Labradorite, what are your psychic gifts? One more please, one more, please not? Okay, one more, thank you. So pile 3, what are your psychic gifts? What are your psychic gifts? Come on, pile 3, what are your psychic gifts? What are your psychic gifts? Sounds good. There's pile 3 psychic gifts. What are pile 3 psychic gifts? Let's try and shuffle this. Last pile, pile number 3. Our last deck. Please jump some out for me, please. Just give me a solid. Give me a solid, come on. I feel like you need a good shuffle. Alright guys, so here's your reading. Alrighty, pile number 3, last but not least, with the Labradorite, this is your reading. Okay. Okay, so we have the Executive of Vials, which is the King of Cups. And then we have Temperance. And then we have the Emperor. So the King of Cups to me is very, well, the cups just in general are all about emotions. And so paired with Temperance, I feel like you are very empathic, and you tend to be very good at reading people's emotions. Like, you almost just always know what to say. Like, what is that word? It's not empathic. It's clairsentient. You feel emotions, right? You read emotions. And I feel like you're very good at going in to a situation and just kind of like figuring it out. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not sure, because we have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is very much a masculine energy, which is to do. So I feel like you're very much the one that people come and talk to, because you just get it. You're very understanding, right? So then we have the 5 of Wands. Oh, by the way, these are things that are blocking you, right? And then we have the Emperor again. Okay, that's crazy. So we got the Emperor twice. So the 5 of Wands, gosh, I forgot what that one was for. Okay, yeah. So I feel like what's blocking you is like you're literally at conflict with yourself. You are this emperor, but I feel like you don't think you are, and you're like conflicted. Like you're like trying to be what you already are, right? You have this, basically you have this idea of how you should be in order to truly embody this emperor energy, this masculine energy. And if you're a woman watching this, like energy does not have a gender, right? So even though I'm saying masculine, what I mean is to do, to be, to fix, right? And feminine is to accept, to receive, to be still, right? And so I feel like you have this idea of how you need to be in order to fully be in your power, but the truth is that you're already there. Like you're literally already there. And this negative like thought process that you're fighting with yourself about is like for no reason. Like seriously, you're already there. Now you just need to remove this and actually start embodying and really feeling these energies that are around you, because it's going to lead you to something of success, I'm assuming. So then we have power. Yeah, I feel like with the Emperor here twice, like there's definitely a lot of power in your gifts, right? You definitely, and I'm not saying that like if you don't get this power, like you're not powerful. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just that you naturally are already inclined to have this power. You are just literally stopping yourself here, and you're being very inflexible. With flexibility in reverse, to me, it's like you just feel like everything has to be a certain way, and you have this, again, this idea in your mind of how things need to be. But the truth is like you are literally in your power right now. You just got to stop like holding yourself up to this unnecessary standard that just literally does not exist. So then we have the father. Oh my gosh, dude. So the emperor is a father figure, right? It's a authoritative figure. And then you have the father. Dude, there is 3 emperor cards here and a power card. Like you need to stop. Like literally, this is unnecessary. Like I'm upset now. Please stop. Like you're right at the threshold of tapping into this amazing power of not just being clairsentient, but like being able to really access energies and manipulate energies, I'm hearing, and really just like stepping into your power, like literally. Wow, this is awesome. Like the energy here is like right now is just so freaking good. You have a lot of potential here, but you are literally stopping yourself short because you keep telling yourself like, no, whenever I get here, I'll be good. Or no, I can't do that. Or you're just literally just fighting with yourself. Like you need to stop. Like I'm so serious. Like please stop. Because if you don't learn how to be flexible, you're never going to reach that maximum potential, which literally you're already, you're already there. So like, I mean, come on, dude. I am just blown away. Look at this. I just want y'all to see this. Like, this is just so amazing to me. I am just blown away. Seriously. I knew there was a reason I wanted to shuffle on camera today. And there you go. That is insane, y'all. In each different deck. So like literally, if you ever start fighting with yourself again, I'm just going to tell you, these are 4 completely different decks. And they all came out with the same thing. So if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Quit arguing with you. Tap into that power. Be still. Meditate. Drink some tea. Take a bath. And just really tap into that. And just listen to your intuition, dude. Like, wow. So pile number 3, I hope you like that. I'm just saying, like, that was amazing. Not to toot my own horn. So like, subscribe, share, whatever platform you see this on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Comment down below if it resonated. And y'all take care.